Alright, today was not a good morning, so this video is probably going up a little bit later, but it's finally time to get into AMC. So without further ado guys, stay till the end of the video so you don't have to watch another update video here on YouTube. I gathered everything that I had to update you guys on AMC, and I'm giving you the full update before earnings tomorrow. It's a very important update video today, and I want to prep you for it because if you're not in Discord, you don't watch YouTube Shorts, and you aren't on my Twitter feed, you aren't going to know my sentiment unless you watch today's video. So without further ado, all I ask you guys to do, it's free, hit the like button, please, it helps me out. Get this video to 1,000 likes, also hit the subscribe button, join us on this journey to financial freedom. Let's get into it. AMC is currently up 4.67%, trading at $5.16, retesting this overall trend line that we have tested, broken out of, got halted, and got pushed back down. And we have earnings tomorrow, so what should we expect going into earnings? AMC has been slightly scaling up over the past couple of days, in fact over the past week and a half or so, and usually when we scale up into earnings we get a nasty sell-off, but it does like to run up towards the end of the day and then maybe slightly in the beginning of the earnings call and then get smacked back down. So in my opinion, I would say entering puts on AMC is probably the best outcome, or not playing it at all. However, entering now is probably not the right thing to do. If earnings is after hours tomorrow, which I believe it is, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe it's in the morning, but if that's the case, I would wait for midday tomorrow or end of day tomorrow to potentially enter puts, because I think this thing has a good chance at popping even further tomorrow to push current puts out of the money and then kind of even them out when earnings does hit. But take a look back here, the last time earnings hit, you got this nasty sell-off. Last time right here, nasty sell-off, because both of these times it ran up into earnings, and you're kind of seeing the same exact thing happen here. However, this could most definitely be wrong, because if you take a look at how AMC is trading, we got that 100% rip. We got this little bit of a valley right here, which looks like a cycle reset. And if you take a look back here, this is kind of what you saw, this valley, and then AMC ended up ripping after earnings. However, it sold off into it. So it's kind of a 50-50 bet. But the reason that it makes me more confident that it's going to sell off is because it's retesting this trend line once again. And this is major resistance level. Plus, a week ago, we said that this could come up to $5.13 before getting smacked back down. And we came up to that level and we're trading exactly there. And based on this cycle, we had this rip, we had this valley in the middle, and now we are slowly scaling up, retesting that same exact trend line that this cycle would have been on. And I'm waiting for that flash crash to the downside, which lines up exactly to earnings. So there's just too many things that line up. Just keep this on your radar and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Finally, GameStop. This was the most perfect call out, $20.78, currently down 0.95% on the day. On Friday, I said GameStop's going to come back down most likely and retest this trend line come Monday, and this is exactly what happened. They're waiting for the earnings so that GameStop can follow what AMC does. You're going to see either AMC go extremely red and then GameStop go slightly red, down maybe 2 to 3% after hours. I'd say GameStop looks for a hold at $19.50. It looks like there could be a slight gap fill down there. I'd watch that $19.50 level for GameStop to hold, and then of course that major level right around $18.20, $18.30. Keep an eye on GameStop because we are also expecting GameStop to run before AMC. So if AMC does extremely well for earnings and they do sell off, GameStop still does have a chance to make this major rally. We're looking for mid-late August, early September. So we are a little bit early currently as we speak, but just make sure to watch GameStop. Now, it seems as if Ortex and other reports are combining Ape and AMC's market cap already, assuming the conversion is going to go through, sitting at 1.51 billion shares outstanding. You can see over on Ortex. And speaking of Ape, AMC, from 16 million shares available to 86 million, did Antera unload their remaining shares? And remember, Antera is only required to file sales once per year. But now that they own only 10% of Ape, why would they unload their remaining shares? You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And speaking of unloading shares and purchasing shares, wonder why New York Life Insurance Fund bought 25K shares of AMC, filed today. Lending is not the only reason for these funds to buy. If you think that, that is being naive. According to Crystal ball on Twitter. He says obviously they know the potential, they can recall shares on loan, smaller positions may not be lending. Now keep in mind you can't always recall those shares on loan because there's a very big possibility that the borrowers go insolvent and your shares get dissipated into thin air. So unless these short sellers have some sort of agreement as to where, listen, lend these shares out, we'll let you recall them if things start getting fishy, just let us know ahead of time. We don't want to go insolvent on you, and that's the deal, right? You'll get your shares back, you'll get your money back. Now coming into the week, over 30% short interest, 30.1%, basically sitting 30 days on the threshold securities list, utilization at 81% for AMC, cost to borrow average sitting at 250, and shares on loan 193 million with a short score according to Ortex at a 93 out of 100. We have more important stuff to cover with hedge funds, but according to Stongle Tracker, there's no shares left to borrow against AMC, and the call to put ratio is winning 38,000 calls compared to 33,000 puts expiring in the money. And remember, market makers don't let that happen. That's exactly why I also expect a sell-off, especially that SPY is just getting a slight bounce, so it's just an excuse to correlate it over these quote-unquote meme stocks. And when the volume increases, they drop more short exempts on AMC. You can see up from 140,000 to 213. They're not letting it run yet. Absolutely not. GameStop also losing on the options chain for the call to put ratio, and these short exempts stacked up over here as well. Now hedge funds have lost more than $6 billion this year betting against cruise lines and hotels after underestimating the resilience of US consumers. And speaking of hedge funds, hedge fund billionaire Dan Loeb says monitoring Reddit message boards is now more important than fundamental analysis. Now this is a huge thing to see, as basically he's saying don't look at the fundamentals of a company. What's more dangerous is if retail traders are gathering on Reddit and looking at a specific ticker. You want to be very careful the way you play that ticker because you can finally get outbeat by retail. Now guys, before we move on into some more important stuff with InvestorTurf, Virtu, my own self, tweeting back at Adam Aaron and the S&P 500, make sure to get up to 16 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock, a chance at a Tesla or EXPE stock for free. All you have to do is download Moomoo using my link, sign up and make a deposit. It takes 2 minutes out of your day. You guys will not regret it. Plus, once you do that, if you guys do want to sell your stocks and join the Discord, I guarantee you that will pay for more than a year of Discord, probably even longer. So definitely go do that. Pop in the Discord. The link is right under the video. I am in there on the daily. Use both of these links. It'll take 10 minutes and you will have free stocks, free money, and a fully paid Discord for the year where you can talk with me on the daily and the most amazing people who talk stocks all day long. Plus, we have options trading alerts in there and more. Let's get back to the video. So I thought this was absolutely savage. We know InvestorTurf has been coming at Virtu and arguing with Virtu over on Twitter, and basically they're beefing the shit out of them, telling them put up a lawsuit, and they know Virtu has the money. You know Virtu has the money for this, but they say in quotes, if you have a problem with InvestorTurf statements, you can take legal action as lawsuits are based on facts. However, we know you won't do so because you anticipate the consequences. Additionally, your company Virtu is running a scam designed to rob retail investors and you are well aware of it. We won't be making any further statements in regards to your silly comments. I just thought this was savage and then I would bring it up. Now moving on, a tweet I put out replying to Earthy. I say exactly, imagine the money from the large institutions' pockets all going long on AMC for long term instead of short. This is what would happen because retail would pull the money from them. So I don't get why Adam Aaron, and let me know in the comments down below if you agree with this, is not for a squeeze when us retail will have all of the money that are in institutions' pockets because we squoze them out, and then we're most likely, a ton of us are going to go long on AMC. We're not going to let the company die. We're going to have enough to keep this company afloat for very long time and have enough for ourselves. Also, Adam Aaron put a tweet out yesterday. Reading my Twitter feed, some of you do not get the nuance of our situation. AMC is killing it at the box office right now, so hopefully by 2024, 2025, COVID-19 will just be a bad memory. But we face liquidity challenges before then. My recent open letter risks are real. And I replied, no, you don't get that you would have already been in a situation as 2024 or 2025, but we, retail investors, gave you a lifeline for 2 years and in return, you begged for 2 more. How about our turn for a little while? Hashtag squeeze. Now, if you agree, let me know in the comments down below. AMC would have already been in a bad situation of 2024 and 2025 if it wasn't for shareholders jumping in and saving the company for the past 2 years, and now he's begging for 2 more, and we can't even get a squeeze. We can't even get a little bit of a rally up to $200, $300, $400, $500. Instead, he's begging for more dilution, more from shareholders. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We only have 1 to 2 years left of survival. But in my opinion, as a shareholder, I'm kind of sick of it. Moving on to the S&P 500, trading at 449.44, up 0.59% on the day, getting a little bit of a relief bounce. I think the SPY is going to sell off even further. You can see it's right in the center of the Bollinger Bands. It got rejected there, and I think the SPY is going to come back down to 444 come tomorrow. This is my outlook on the SPY. There's not a lot of volume pushing it up, and there was more sell volume on the red day, so I think it's coming down to 444 tomorrow on the SPY. Now, PayPal just launched a stablecoin that is backed by US dollar deposits, short-term treasury bills, and cash equivalents. Finally, the GNS record date and full share count of the ERL spinoff is set for 31st of August, so just keep that on your schedule. And to close out the video, what is your prediction for this week's CPI inflation report? Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to hit the like button on your way out, share the video, drop a comment down below, and check the links. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.